Calling the roll for the Monday, July 21st, 2025 Board of Control meeting. It is 11:06 a.m. We have Councilmember Meredith Turner,
Present.
Councilmember Michael Hauser,
Here.
Councilmember Robert Schlepper,
Here.
Melanie Say serving as an alternate for Mike Dever,
Here.
Catherine Gallagher serving as an alternate for Chris Renee, County Executive,
Here.
Lee Tucker serving as an alternate for Michael Chambers, Fiscal Officer, and as chairperson,
Here.
Paul Porter.
Here.
We have a quorum.
If we can review the minutes from July 14th, if there are no corrections, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. Is there, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Any public comment?
No public comment.
Contracts and awards. First item.
New items for review. First item, BC 2025-458, Department of Public Works, Division of Public Utilities, submitting an amendment to a contract with JCS Consulting Group Incorporated for assistance with strategic and tactical planning services in connection with the Euclid and Brooklyn microgrid design projects for the period June 4, 2024 through February 28, 2026, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $30,000, effective upon signatures of all parties.
Good morning, Matt Ruby, Department of Public Works. So this is a contract we've had in place since last summer, and the reason we put it in place originally was because this consulting firm has a particular expertise in utilities and working with utilities. So as many of you are aware, the Euclid Microgrid project was just approved the feasibility by council. Thank you for that. So this consulting firm has been a key part of that project team as far as navigating with CEI and for some other sites with CPP to how to make this work. So the lessons that we're learning are not, they're specifically for this project, but we will carry them over into future projects as well. This is a money-only extension because they've been so valuable. We are starting to run out of funds. And they are a worthy investment, so we would like to add $30,000 more to that contract.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-459, Department of Public Works recommending an award and submitting a contract with Clark Anthony Construction LLC and the amount not to exceed $200,000 for automatic door repairs and preventative maintenance for various county locations effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 2 years.
Matt Ruby, Department of Public Works, once again. This is a contract for our Facilities Division in Public Works. It is a standing preventative maintenance contract that we always try to have in place, targeted specifically at our automatic doors. So it's both preventative maintenance, and break fix as the occasion arises. This one was the result of an informal bid, went out to 79 different solicitations, and Clark Anthony was the only respondent to that.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no question, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-460, Department of Public Works, Division of Public Utilities, submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to CEP Renewables Ohio LLC in the amount not to exceed $56,150 for consultation services to perform certain geotechnical engineering services related to a Harvard landfill solar development slope stability study effective upon signatures of all parties through project completion and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Matt Ruby, Department of Public Works. So this contract is part of CGE's Climate Pollution Reduction Grant Program, specifically targeted at the Harvard Road landfill site. It is to allocate resources to CEP Renewables, who is the owner and they have site control of that particular site, to get some work done so that they can determine the feasibility and how much megawattage of solar panels can be placed on that site practically.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item?
My question is, why wasn't this amount included in the original contract, or was this something that has arrived that they didn't know, that they didn't prepare for?
That's an excellent question. So there actually is a much larger and expansive contract coming with CEP that will allocate a more significant amount of the grant funds to them to actually follow through and do that site. This was more of a preliminary piece, and we broke this one off from the larger contract because of timing. They need to get this work done first while we are still in the process of negotiating with them for the larger contract.
Thank you.
That.
Any additional questions on this item? No additional questions. I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-461, Department of Public Works recommending an award and submitting a contract with Patriot Industrial Technologies Limited in the amount not to exceed $150,000 for water treatment chemicals and services for boiler and air conditioning equipment at various county buildings effective October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2028.
Matt Ruby, Department of Public Works. So this is another standing contract that we try to maintain for our Facilities Division. This one is particularly targeted at water treatment and chemicals that feed into all of our HVAC systems across the county. It is monthly testing that they do to make sure that everything is copacetic. This is the result of an informal action. There were 3 responses, and Patriot was not only the lowest respondent, but they're our current contract holder as well, and have been doing a great job.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-462, Department of Information Technology recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with M&J Technologies Direct Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $287,409 for a state contract purchase of 23 Cisco Catalyst routers, each including Cisco SmartNet Total Care Services and related accessories and licenses for use at various county facilities.
Good morning, Brianna Witt for the Department of Information Technology. The purchase of these routers are going to replace existing routers between county buildings. The current existing routers are between 10 and 15 years old, and they're no longer being serviced by the manufacturer. They're out of warranty and out of service. We're not, as part of efficiency and part of IT's capital plan, they're not going to replace those in the couple of buildings we're going to be vacating in the next 2 years. So these are just focusing on buildings that we're going to continue to support, and they're replacing existing outdated, dilapidated equipment.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. Who said that? All those, was that you? Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank you.
item.
Next item, BC 2025-463, Department of Public Safety and Justice Services recommending awards and enter into agreements and contracts with various providers for various services in connection with the FY 2024 Stop Violence Against Women's Act Block Grant for the period January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025, as listed for items A through G on the printed agenda.
Good morning, Mary Beth Vaughn from Public Safety. And these are block grant funds that are used to fund local projects that strengthen effective law enforcement and prosecution strategies, as well as services to combat crimes against women. All of these are continuation funding with one exception, and that's the award to the Cuyahoga County Domestic Relations Court. And they're going to use their funding to have some of their court materials translated into foreign language and to offer interpretation services, as well as purchasing tablets that can be used by deaf and hearing impaired individuals so they can participate in their trials without leaving an electronic footprint.
Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-464, Department of Public Safety and Justice Services submitting a revenue-generating agreement via contract number 5514 with City of Lakewood in the amount not to exceed $25,416 for reimbursement of related expenses for use of one Motorola NG 911 workstation located at 12650 Detroit Avenue, Lakewood, for the period April 1st, 2025 through March 31st, 2028.
Thank you, Mary Beth Vaughn again. Our 911 plan allows for Lakewood to have 2 workstations on the 911 system that the county pays for. They have asked to have an additional, well, they've actually had an additional workstation, and they're willing to pay the costs associated with this. This one's coming to us now because we started a new contract rate as of April 1st, and so this is just reflecting the new rates.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved.
Thank
Next
you.
item.
Next item, BC 2025-465, Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Children and Family Services, submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in an award recommendation to Downtown Cleveland Alliance in the anticipated amount of $2,818.79 for outdoor space rental for Family Fun Day held on Gun Foundation Green on Public Square on August 5th, 2025, rain date August 12th, 2025, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Marcos Cortez with Health and Human Services on behalf of Children and Family Services. Again, this is a contract with Downtown Cleveland Alliance for the DCFS Annual Family Fun Day to be held on August 5th. This event is to provide fun activities, great resources from our county agencies and partners, provides backpack and school supplies to families. The resource fair makes it possible for county services to be accessible to all who attend. We can highlight our county programs and raise public awareness and understanding of the various services provided to the community.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item?
Yes, thank you. Quick question. What's the capacity? Do you know how many families we're able to serve with?
I think it's open to all, how many can show up. I don't think we've
Until
ever
we
had
run
any
out.
to turn anybody, we don't have a registration or anything, people just show up.
Nice, thank you.
Any additional questions? No additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-466, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, submitting an amendment to a grant agreement with U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for Continuum of Care Coordinated Entry System in connection with the FY 2024 Continuum of Care Homeless Program Competition Grant for the period February 1st, 2025 through January 31st, 2026, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1 million.
Good morning again, Marcos Cortez with the Office of Homeless Services. Again, we are amending a grant agreement from HUD because we originally awarded, the original award renewal was $1,013,070 for a coordinated entry. We did get an additional $1 million for this service, so we were expecting a separate award, but it was included all together.
Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-467. This item is being amended to read: Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Reentry, submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to Reach Success Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $325,000 to support the educational needs of incarcerated individuals who are returning to Cuyahoga County for the county's Pay for Success initiative effective January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Sharonda Mason from Health and Human Services on the behalf of the Office of Reentry. The Office of Reentry received a grant award in the amount from the Federal Bureau of Justice Services for the Pay for Success program. Through the grant, Reach Success will be responsible for working with correctional facilities to support incarcerated individuals who are returning to Cuyahoga County within 9 months. Our focus is to understand their needs, particularly in achieving educational milestones, and to develop individualized plans that continue post-release.
Any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve as amended. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner. As amended? Is there?
As amended.
As amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved as amended. Thank you.
Next item, BC 2025-468. This item is being amended to read: Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Reentry, submitting an RFP exemption which will result in award recommendation to Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry in the amount not to exceed $173,100 for housing skills classes and housing navigation services for the county's Pay for Success initiative effective January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Again, my name is Sharonda Mason from Health and Human Services on behalf of the Office of Reentry. Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry is also a part of the Pay for Success grant. Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry will assist returning citizens who are facing housing instability or homelessness by providing housing skill classes and housing navigation services. Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry will provide assistance to participants who are experiencing homelessness as defined by HUD at the men's shelter on 2100 Lakeside and applying to positive housing locations and provide ongoing support to ensure housing retention for these individuals.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item?
As with the previous one and this one, do we have any data on how many returning citizens are successfully being housed, reaching any kind of educational milestones, or are moving on to permanent housing solutions?
So I know for this particular grant, they were awarded back in 2022 originally. So they haven't started services. This is why it's going back to January 1st. So they may not have the data for that as of yet because they're just now starting the services.
I'll follow up. Okay, thanks.
Any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve as amended. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded by Councilwoman Turner as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved as amended. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-469, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Reentry, submitting an RFP exemption which will result in award recommendation to Center for Employment Opportunities Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $249,999.99 for transitional employment services for the county's Pay for Success initiative effective January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027, and submitting a contract with said RFP exemption.
Sharonda Mason again, on behalf of Health and Human Services for the Office of Reentry. The Center for Employment Opportunities is the last contract for the Pay for Success program. For this contract, the Center for Employment Opportunities shall provide a 5-activity workforce reentry program consisting of the following: pathway to employment, transitional crew-based work, expanding paid training opportunities, job coaching services, job development services, and retention services.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Moving on to exemptions, first item, BC 2025-470, Department of Public Works recommending an alternative procurement process which will result in a participation agreement with the City of Brecksville Purchasing Consortium and the amount not to exceed $30,000 for the purchase of sodium chloride rock salt for the period November 1st, 2025 through October 31st, 2026.
Sorry about that. Good morning. Matt Ruby, Department of Public Works. So this is the request for an alternative procurement to once again participate in the City of Brecksville's purchasing consortium for rock salt. This is at least the third year in a row that I'm aware of. I'm sure it's gone on longer than that. If approved, a purchase order for the not to exceed $30,000 will come later for this body.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item?
Just had a quick question. Is this something that we do with a number of communities throughout the county, or is this Brecksville specifically?
Now, I believe we are one of 20 or 21 governments that participate in this.
Any additional questions? Okay, thank you.
But for clarity, when you say 1 of 21, what does that mean? Like, do we do this for a number of cities across Cuyahoga County, or is Brecksville specifically? When you explained it, what exactly does that mean?
Sure. So the City of Brecksville is the lead agency. It's their staff that's actually doing the purchasing. We are the only county, but there's, I believe it's 20 municipalities in this county, and maybe beyond, that are part of this. So it's the bulk purchasing power to be able to get a better rate. And then my colleague wanted me to also call out that not only is that advantageous, but there are terms in here about guarantees for turnaround and delivery that we may not have been able to negotiate on our own, so we can get it faster.
Understand. So to answer the question, this is Brecksville specifically. Like, we don't do this for Warrensville or Maple or any other cities across the county, or we do, I guess is my question.
So we don't do anything.
Okay.
So this is the City of Brecksville. They are coordinating this, and I don't know, but I would assume any municipality that wanted to participate could.
Got it. Understood. Thank you.
If I could add on a little bit to
Please.
that, Matt, this is kind of like when we purchase through a joint purchasing platform, like you'll see items come through that say, government cooperative purchase, like Sourcewell, or buying through the federal GSA schedule. According to Ohio Revised Code, if a municipality chooses, they can participate in a purchasing agreement like this. So it should, in theory, be open to any of those municipalities. They just have to choose whether or not they participate. Thank you.
Any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Schlepper. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item
Through
approved.
the chair,
Yes, ma'am.
is there any way we can find out who is part of
Absolutely.
the consortium?
Yep,
Okay,
I'll get that list.
thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-471, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Family and Children First Council, recommending an alternative procurement process which will result in an award recommendations to various providers in the total amount not to exceed $477,648 for implementation of the Family Centered Services and Ports Wraparound Program for the period July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027.
Good morning again, Marcos Cortez. The Family and Children First Office is mandated by Ohio Revised Code to provide service coordination to families in each county in the state. Family-centered services and supports is a funding source distributed by the state to provide wraparound services to families and children. The services are to be non-Medicaid and help prevent deeper system involvement and reduce the amount of children, youth placed in congregate care. Parents are given the choice to use a provider and plan which best suits the needs of their children.
Are there any questions on this item? No questions. I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-472, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Family and Children First Council, recommending an alternative procurement process which will result in award recommendations to various providers in the total amount not to exceed $375,000 to pay invoices for the multi-system local youth program for the period July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027.
Again, FCFC is an office that's located throughout all counties in the state of Ohio. The state is providing supports to prevent youth from going further into custody by providing services or paying for step-down services once they are being released from custody. The premise of Family and Children First Council and service coordination is parental involvement in the plan of their children. The services are determined by the service coordination team and the parents with the best interest of their children.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-473, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Family and Children First Council, recommending an alternative procurement process which will result in award recommendations to various county agencies and various providers referred by county agencies in the total amount not to exceed $375,000 as reimbursement for technical assistance and financial assistance to children, youth, and families with complex multi-system needs in connection with the multi-system state youth program for the period July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027.
Marcos Cortez again. Again, the state is providing support to prevent youth from going into custody by providing services or paying for step-down services to implement the multi-systemic program for the state. The funding goal is the prevention of custody relinquishment. The state is providing support to ensure that no family must lose custody of their children to get services.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item?
Yes.
Council.
Can you give an example of what those services might be?
It could be like respite care, like if a family just needs a break and they can have their children like attend like a camp or something.
How do us as council members sign up for that?
I'll have Robin Martin contact you.
Any additional questions? Hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Turner. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Thank you.
Moving on to consent agenda items BC 2025-474 through BC 2025-477.
We can take a minute to review these if there's no questions. Are there any questions on the items? Hearing no questions on the consent agenda items, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Is there any other business?
No other business?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh, no public comment?
Oh, I'm sorry. Any public comment? Hearing no public comment, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?